go to the Glasser guest line, though. Kick things off as Glass is in session. We go to Mark Willard. Give Mark a follow on X at Mark_T_Willard. Make sure you guys check out Willard and Dibs on 95.7 The Game, 2 to 6 p.m. Pacific time, weekdays, Monday through Friday. Mark, great having you on, man. Once this Devers trade broke, knew I had to get your thoughts on everything going down. What was your level of shock when you heard the news, right? 1, like you weren't that surprised. 10, like Luka going to the Lakers level of shock. Scale 1 to 10 if you could put a number on it.
Yeah, PJ, great to be on with you. It's funny you mentioned the Luka thing because it was the first thing that popped into my mind where I'm like, this is kind of like the MLB lightweight version of Luka. So if Luka's a 10, I don't know, I'm going to put this at like at least a 7.
Okay.
And the only reason I wouldn't say 8 or 9 is because somebody with the Giants, and I think that this person was just kind of daydreaming, but about 5 weeks ago, when all of this stuff started happening in Boston with Devers and the team not quite seeing eye to eye, this person said to me, you know, I'm telling Buster, call Boston and go get Devers. Like, this team needs another hitter. But it was like a conversation over coffee where I'm like, right, yeah, that'd be wonderful. But the idea had at least been planted. So I guess maybe I'll knock it down from an 8 or a 9, but it was a surprise, yes.
Yeah, and a great pickup, no doubt. Still one of the better hitters in baseball. And then, Mark, now the conversation becomes, of course, where are the Giants going to play him? What are they going to do with him? How do you kind of see that taking place? You think he's still majority going to be a DH? They play him some at third, at first base. How do you kind of think that takes place?
No, I really think Rafael Devers is going to eventually be their first baseman. I think that's how the Giants are going to play this. Now, Matt Chapman is hurt, so there may be an opening. We're all waiting for that lineup tonight to see where they put him. I would guess maybe he'll play third base because Matt Chapman is out. And in fact, his backup, Casey Schmidt, fouled one off his foot the other night in LA, and he had to leave the game. Don't know his status. So I think third base is the favorite for now for a couple of weeks. But after that, I think they've got him to be their first baseman. That is a position of need for the Giants. Plus, Wilmer Flores, as unsexy as he is, has been a very productive batter for the Giants and has been their DH, and his knee is not great. They don't want him in the field. So he can play first base, but I don't think they want him doing that. So there might be some mixing and some matching, I would be sure, but I primarily think he's going to be their first baseman.
Mark, we talked before the season, just previewing the Giants, and you thought they could surprise some people. You liked them to go over their win total, thought they could make the playoffs, and so far, I mean, it's looking like they're going to do just that. But this Devers move, do you think it takes them over the top? Like, do they challenge the Dodgers to win the division? Do they challenge some of the top teams in the National League, or do you feel like they're quite not there just yet?
No, I think they challenge them. I think they're scary now because, as you know, the Mets and the Giants have the best pitching staffs in the NL, and the Dodgers do not. A lot of it is because so many of their guys are hurt, but that's just the fact. Their guys are hurt, and I don't really know when a lot of them are coming back. And, maybe Shohei will start pitching. He had his first toe in the water last night, and so we'll see where all of that goes. But the Giants are now definitely scary because I think they're built for the postseason with their pitching staff, and now they can really put together a credible, top 5 or 6 in their lineup. They're still not the Dodger lineup. They still might not even be the Padre lineup, but they're right there. They're right there. So I still wouldn't favor them in the division, but I definitely think they're a playoff team, and they are scary. The Dodgers are going to have to play well to hold them off.
We're talking with Mark Willard here on Send It In, 95.7 The Game, host of Willard and Dibs. Mark, do you see the Giants making any more moves, right? Every year in baseball, it feels like we get a team that really gets aggressive, makes multiple moves. This was obviously a big one getting Devers, but do you think they continue to add here before the trade deadline?
I think they might tweak and twist and whatnot. Like, they'll be prepared for it. Obviously, we've still got 6 weeks to go to where they can gather information. So some of it depends on where they are in the standings. And I think also if there are other injuries that take place. Like, the one thing that happened a little bit in this trade is their starting rotation lost a little bit of depth in sending out Kyle Harrison. Justin Verlander is healthy and ready to get back into the rotation. So that's how they'll fill that need for now. But if there's another injury, I could see the Giants wanting to, maybe add some more starting depth, maybe get another left-hander in the bullpen, what have you. Maybe some more depth in terms of an outfield bat or whatnot. Like I could see smaller moves being made. I don't see any more huge aggressive needs that the Giants have right now. As I said, their staff is great. Their lineup is set. They don't have any glaring holes right now.
Outside of the Dodgers, Mark, who's the team that you think's the biggest threat in the National League to San Francisco outside of LA?
Yeah, no doubt it's the Mets. And it's because of what I said earlier, which with regard to their pitching staff. They are the other pitching staff I think that Giants fans watch and go, okay, that's not a team that you want to see in the postseason. Again, I know that offense plays for a lot of fun during the regular season. It might even help you a little bit more in the regular season. But when you get into those playoffs, to me, the Mets and the Giants right now are the two pitching staffs that you don't want to face.
And one guy who's been unbelievable for the Giants this year is Robbie Ray. He's 20-1, Mark, at BetMGM to win the Cy Young. And Skeens was the heavy favorite coming into the year, even though the Pirates never get him run support and he can't get any wins. The ERA is fantastic. He's got the strikeout numbers as well. But if the Giants keep winning games, if they threaten the Dodgers in the division and Ray keeps pitching like he is, do you see a path for him to win NL Cy Young?
There's a path, but I can see why the numbers are the way they are. We just don't value wins the way we used to, and that's the big number that really stands out for Robbie is his win-loss record is just stunning. The Giants seem to win almost every time he pitches, even when he doesn't pitch that great. So he's definitely going to be an all-star. So therefore, there's a path to it. But the two things are, as you said, there are guys out there with better ERAs. And quite frankly, I think he's not even viewed as the ace of his own staff. Even though his record is better, Logan Webb is still the one. And I think that stuff like that matters when it comes to Cy Young voting.
Yeah, it's a hell of a 1-2 punch. Logan Webb, 25-1 at BetMGM to win the Cy Young. Always great having Mark Willard on. Send it in. Give Mark a follow on X at Mark_T_Willard. Make sure you guys check out Dibs and Willard, 95.7 the game in San Francisco, 2 to 6 p.m. Pacific time. Mark, always great having you on, man. Enjoy the rest of the Giants season. We'll catch you up again soon.
Will do, PJ, anytime. And that's the nickname we give ourselves on the show anyway, so that worked out fine.
Wibbs and Dillard. Love it. Thanks, Mark.